The San Jose Sharks return to action as they visit Calgary to face the Flames.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker of the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. Want to thank you for making the Locked On Sharks your first listen. Proudly part of the Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. And we are back to an actual Sharks game day. So we're going to preview Sharks Flames, kind of get back into the swing of things as the Sharks haven't played in 2 weeks now. So we're going to start by getting to know the Flames, look at their statistical profiles, and then what to watch for in this game as both teams making their return from the Four Nations break. So let's get into it by looking at the Sharks Flames and how these teams match up statistically. The San Jose Sharks 15, 35, and 7. Calgary Flames 26, 21, and 8. And if you look at their statistics, they're not really they're a lot closer than you would think, right? For a Calgary Flames team that is 100% in the playoff hunt and a Sharks team that is 100% in the hunt for the first pick of the draft. But goals for per game, Sharks at 2.6, 31st in the NHL. Goals allowed per game played, 3.72, 32nd in the NHL. The power play for the Sharks, 17.9, 26th in the NHL. And the PK, 75.4, 24th in the NHL. For the Flames, their goals for per game, 2.64, 29th. Goals allowed, 2.98, 15th. Their power play, 22.3, 15th. And the PK, 72%. For the team leaders, Toffoli leads the Sharks in goals with 20. Eklund and assists with 29. And Celebrini leads the team in points with 40. For the Flames, Huberdeau, 21 goals, Kadri 21 assists, and Huberdeau 41 assists. Digging more into kind of their matchups, again, it's very both these offenses struggle to score points, but the Flames do a little bit better job of kind of locking things down, and they take advantage of their opportunities. They are 6th in power play goals compared to the Sharks, who are 25th. So the power play percentage, not like this is a Flames team that doesn't take a lot of penalties and doesn't generate a lot of power plays, but they take advantage of the opportunities that they do get. But you look at the defensively, the Flames do just a much better job of locking things down compared to the Sharks. That is why they are a team that is kind of, despite the offense not being there, that's why this team is there, at least in the playoff hunt right now. And one Dustin Wolf. Digging more into the actual Flames, so they're 16th in the NHL with points, right there in the playoff race, 5th in the division, the Pacific point percentage. I think Vancouver's passed them kind of for that last wild card spot as we speak. Goals for, again, 31. This team struggles to score even strength goals, but they just don't let up a lot of goals on their side. So, and for a Sharks team that also struggles to score goals, you kind of see where this game is potentially heading. And then the goalie, Dustin Wolf, has really been a huge piece of this Calgary Flames team. How they're expected to line up: Huberdeau, Kadri, and Coronato as your first line. Zary, Backlund, and Coleman. Farabee, Frost, both those guys the Flames just got from the Philadelphia Flyers. And Seringovich, Lomberg, Rooney, possible. On defense, Ball and Anderson, Hanley and Uyghur, Bean and Pachal, and then Dustin Wolf with Dan Vladar backing him up today. So we do know Dustin Wolf will be starting for the Flames against the Sharks, which is to be expected, right? As both teams fresh off the bye, you're going to try to put your best foot forward. And Dustin Wolf is the Calgary Flames' best goalie by a mile. So what to watch for in this game? One, expect sloppy hockey, as neither of these teams have played in a hot minute, right? Both these teams, right, 2 weeks off. This is their first game out of the Four Nations break. So I fully expect there to be some sloppy hockey to begin. A lot of potential turnovers, just missed passes. Expect a lot of that, especially kind of in the first period or so. And then the speed of the game will probably catch up to them by the second period. So for a game that is probably going to be sloppy, two teams that struggle to score, this feels like it's going to be a low scoring type of affair where I think it's going to take some greasy, ugly goals to try to score this in this game. Alexandar Georgiev is supposed to start for the Sharks as of morning report from morning skate. He's expected to start. We do know Walker Dewar is making his revenge game again, as he'll be playing as well. But I think it's going to come down to which team can kind of navigate the early kind of first part of the game best, right? The game, again, both these teams haven't played, not a lot of representation of Four Nations. I think whichever team can kind of navigate early, maybe find their legs first, I think is going to kind of have a leg up in this game, no pun intended. But I think the big equalizer, though, is Dustin Wolf, right? And Dustin Wolf has been, I know he's had a little bit of a tougher stretch going into the Four Nations break, but I think Dustin Wolf kind of erases a lot of the Flames' problems. So for both teams, the penalty kills are both not great. The Flames' power play is a little bit better, so the Sharks really need to take advantage of any power play opportunities that they do get in this game, right? Especially with Smith, Eklund, Toffoli, and Celebrini on that first power play line. That power play unit has shown a lot of magic recently. If they can get an early opportunity, maybe get up 1-0 and try to kind of build some momentum off that, I think that's going to be kind of their key to victory, is navigating what's expected to be kind of a slow, choppy start to you got to take advantage of power play opportunities here because the Flames don't give you a lot, but their penalty kill isn't that great opportunity-wise, or at least they don't have a lot of opportunities, but the penalty kill still not as a great unit out there. So I think those are going to be the two big things for the Sharks is in this game. I do fully expect, though, a Flames win just because I think Dustin Wolf, even if the Sharks do get some opportunities in what could be a sloppy game, but both these teams struggle to score, I think Dustin Wolf erases a lot of the Sharks or a lot of the Flames issues. And you can actually kind of look to the Flames as a potential template for the Sharks to kind of make a big jump next year, right? If Askarov can kind of perform the way that Dustin Wolf is performing this season, you expect the offense to get a little bit better next year for the Sharks. And then if they can revamp the blue line, you can kind of see the formula for maybe not being a playoff team like or a playoff bubble team like the Flames are, but at least kind of making a big jump next year and being more competitive next year. And especially if Askarov can do what we expect Askarov to do. So I'm going to go with give me a Celebrini point in this game. He did have a goal against the Flames earlier this year. Give me a Celebrini point. But I think a Flames 3-2 victory, just because I think Dustin Wolf he fixes a lot of their issues. So it'll be great to have hockey back, at least Sharks, heavy Sharks hockey back. But I think the Flames just in the margins, I think they just got a little bit extra. And again, Dustin Wolf, pretty good at hockey. So we'll have a full breakdown of this game on your next episode of Locked On Sharks, wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well.